All right, guys, today it wouldn't let me type up the stuff, so we'll just kind of go with this. So we're going to deal with vertical angles. And so what we're dealing with today, and I think this is why it wouldn't let me type it up, is we're dealing with stuff that's like two lines that cross. So we'll just do two different colors here. And we have two lines that cross, right? So if we have two lines that cross, it creates four angles. So when two lines cross, it creates four angles. So when we kind of look at this here, once they cross, I'll just label it right now as angle 1, angle 2, angle 3, and let's say this is angle 4. That little sign right here that I'm writing, guys, it means angles. So that when you see that, that means it's an angle. The other way we can write it is we can label things like A, B, C, D, and you can see stuff like it'll be angle 3, let's say. Oops, I need a D, E in the middle. We need a point in the middle right here. That's angle E. So angle 3, this angle here, angle 3 is equal to, and I'm going to do it in a little different color, is equal to the same thing as angle B, E, C. So this angle right here is the angle we're looking for. So that's the angle right here. So that would be angle B, E, C. Okay, so these two mean the same thing. So we've got angle BEC, so it's this angle right here. Angle 2, if you say it in your head, will be AEB. Angle 1 would be AED. Angle 4 would be CED, or it could be DEC. It's the idea that you're going from one point to another point to another point. So that's how you label your angles. Okay, so what do they mean by vertical angles? Well, that's where we need to go. So now that we got the labeling out of the way, let's draw another picture. And I'll draw it real quick because I'm not good at it. And we'll just call this angle 1. We'll call this angle 2. We'll call this angle 3. And we'll call this angle 4. So what makes it special, vertical angles are angles that are directly across from each other. So angle 1 and angle 3 are vertical angles. So angle 1 is equal to angle 3, and those are vertical angles. So I said something really quick right there. They're equal to each other. So if this one's 20, then this one's 20. If that's 20, then this one's 20. That's the property of verticals. Okay, so vertical angles, the ones across from each other, are the same. So let's change color here real quick. So if we say verticals are the same, and 2 is across from angle 4, then we have angle 2 is going to be angle 4 because they are considered vertical angles. Okay, so now we've got vertical angles. So that's the main idea behind vertical angles, is that they're equal to each other. All right, so let's take that idea and move along with it. So let's draw two new lines here. Let's do this one and this one. It's not a very good drawing. They're supposed to be straight, but I'm not very good at it. Let's try something real quick. I don't want to take too long. Oh, look at that. I want that one to go from here to here. And then I'm going to do another one, and that one's going to go from here to here. Oh, look how straight they are. Isn't that nice? All right, so we got two things here, and I'm going to label them for you this time. I'm going to label them a little differently. We're going to label it as A, B, and we'll put C in the middle, and we'll put D right here, and we're going to put E right here. Now, I'm going to tell you something a little different now. I'm going to tell you that angle ACB is equal to 3.2x plus 40. Okay? And then I'm going to tell you that angle DCE is equal to, let's do 1.2x plus 60. Okay? So let's kind of look at where these are at. So I'll start with the top one, which is angle ACB. So angle ACB is right here. That means this one's 3.2x plus 40 because we got angle ACB. So there's my angle. Okay. Now, let me change my colors here. And now we've got angle DCE right here. And if we have angle DCE, that angle right here is equal to 1.2x plus 60. So they're across from each other, so they're vertical angles. And what do we say about vertical angles? Vertical angles are equal to each other. So angle 1 was equal to angle 3 because they were across from each other. So if these things are equal to each other, I can set them equal to each other and say that 2x plus 60 is going to be equal to 3.2x plus 40. So now we can start working our algebra magic and solving these things. So now let's go blue right now. So if we go to blue, I'm going to move my 1.2 over here. So I'm going to get 3.2x minus 1.2x equals 60. And I'm going to take my 40. This is my plus 40. And I'm going to move it over here. I'm going to get minus 40. So let's clean this up a little bit. 3.2 minus 1.2 is 2x equals 20. That means x equals 10. All right, so now let's find the angle ACB and DCE. So we've got to find the actual measurement. Now, this angle and this angle are the same. So we can say that angle, let me change colors here. Let's go to red now. We're working on answers. Angle ACB is equal to angle DCE because these guys are vertical. They're considered vertical. They're across from each other, right? Which means that they are the same as 3.2 times 10 plus 40. So if we take that, this is going to be 32 plus 40. So those are equal to 72. So this angle is equal to 72, and this angle is equal to 72. So now it's like, well, how do I find the other two angles? Well, let's write them out here first. We'll do them in green. So this angle here is going to be, supposed to be green. What happened? There we go. Angle ACD is equal to angle BCE because they're across from each other. Here's my angle here. It's my angle here and my angle right there. And they are equal to 180 minus 72, which is going to be, I don't know, 108. 108. Now, some people are going, well, how the heck did you get 180? So now I'm going to change some things for you guys. I'm going to make it look a little different here. So if I take my eraser, and I'm just going to erase all of this right here. It's not going to be there anymore. It's gone. Okay? Now, and I'm going to erase this right here. So all I'm left with is this idea that, let me put my line back in there, right here. All I'm left with is this idea that this angle here is 72 degrees. But last week, or I think on Monday, we learned something very specific about straight lines. I'll make this nice and thick too so you guys can see it. We learned that a straight line creates 180 degrees. So if this whole thing from here to here is 180 degrees, then we know that this angle is 180. Whoa, it's still thick. There we go. All right, let's get rid of that. We know that this angle is 180 minus 72 degrees, which is 108. So once you find one of these angles, you can find the one next to it, its adjacent angle, by subtracting it from 180 degrees. I'm only going to give you one example today, guys. We're going to kind of work our way through it. But vertical angles, the main piece, vertical angles are set equal to each other. Adjacent angles, like this, are subtracted from 180. So you just got to kind of figure out where each one is, and we'll work our way through it. See you guys soon.